শুভ সন্ধ্যা friends. Am I audible and visible? Am I audible and visible? I was hesitant to start because my net here is very poor. I don't know how long I can proceed. Let me start. Today I'll be in both Bengali and English. ডক্টর শঙ্কর চ্যাটার্জি একটা ইন্টারভিউ দিয়েছিল একটা ইউটিউব চ্যানেলে। সঙ্গে সঙ্গে আই থিঙ্ক তন্ময় সঙ্গে তন্ময় এই ইউটিউব চ্যানেলে একটা ইন্টারভিউ দিয়েছিল। ওটার হেডলাইন হচ্ছে যুদ্ধের আড়ালে কি ভগবানজি, যুদ্ধের আড়ালে কি ভগবানজি। কয়েক হাজার মানুষ এটা দেখেছেন। এখন এ নিয়ে বিভিন্ন রিয়াকশন হয়েছে। কয়েকটা রিয়াকশনে ডক্টর শঙ্কর মেন্টালি একটু দুঃখ পেয়েছে। আমাকেও বলল এ নিয়ে এটা দেখতে। এটা দেখেছি। আমি কিছু মন্তব্য করার আগে অভিজিৎ বাবু, আমি কিছু রেকর্ডস আজকে পড়ে শোনাবো। কিছু রেকর্ডস পড়ে শোনাবো। আমি কয়েকদিন আগেই ভেবেছিলাম, তিন দিন আগে, যে একটা সাবজেক্ট নিয়ে বলবো, কাশ্মীর ইস্যু অ্যান্ড দ্য শ্যাডো অফ নেতাজি অ্যান্ড নেতাজি মিস্ট্রি। কিছু রেকর্ডস। তারপর আপনারা ঠিক করুন শঙ্কর কিছু ভুল বলেছে কি ভুল বলেনি। আমি শঙ্কর কুমার চ্যাটার্জির ইন্টারভিউ, উনি খুব ভালো। আচ্ছা, দেবজিৎ সিনহা, আমি কিছু ডকুমেন্টস তুলে ধরছি। Let me start. You know, I have told you repeatedly, before Bangladesh war starting, the chaos started long before. War started 3rd December 1971. And about the background of the Bangladesh Liberation War, Bhagavanji had many statements. Those are were published in Jayashree from about mid 1960s, 64, 65, like that. And even Bhagavanji told his followers to be ready to prepare grounds in the border of the West Bengal to accommodate millions of refugees which will come for the settlement, and not allowing them to enter much deeper. And also he clearly told, the moment you will see, and he clearly told something. I should read that. I hope some of you has in your hand Oi Mohamanobo Ashe. They are the instructions. I am reading a translation of that Oma. What Bhagavanji told. Such a horrendous Let me read. They must pay the price. Who gave them the right to kill lakhs of people? They must not forget their only identity shall be they are children of Janani Janmabhumi. There shall be no other identity, personal approach to God. That will be their personal affair. During the Hallowell Monument movement, boys from Dhaka sent word that they might be coming. This time, someone is neither going to give or ask for any question. They must pay the price with their lives. As I sit writing this today, I feel electric current touching my body. Charonik is telling. By what are we succeeding in doing? Our experience is akin to that of Arjun witnessing creation through Vibhuti, that is divine grace. What else shall we compare our experience with? Besides, he is beyond comparison. In the electrifying atmosphere of his cave, he had said, inverted comma, quote, I shall create festering sores on the bosom of my motherland, which you shall watch in awe. Again, inverted comma. Such a horrendous situation will be created in East, that is East Pakistan, and West Pakistan, that will be forced to assume the role of Nadir Shah to crush East Pakistan, if only for bringing the process to a successful end. Dot dot dot. Fails to become full Nadir Shah, only then there shall be found to take his place to become a full Nadir Shah. Inverted comma. You and your people let East Bengal get the whole, again under quotation, gamut of the thing. Never, never let any one of you shout or shriek for United Bengal. Don't ask for United Bengal now. Don't tell me for United Bengal now. For heaven's sakes, then Muslims of Bengal have been so primed as to be in no mood to be united with Hindu West Bengal. Let the Muslims of East Bengal have it seemingly on their own gas first. The next stage shall crop up therefore. Now you see, my friends, what Bhagavanji has told. Exactly that has happened in East Pakistan, and a new country is born. And I have repeatedly told you that neither Bangabandhu nor Indira Gandhi was for birth of an independent Bangladesh. Again, let me tell you, this is the handwork of Mahakal, because this was needed. Because this was needed to weaken Pakistan, so that West Pakistan in future become economically non-viable. Number one. Number two, and at this time he refused, he threatened every disciple not to pray for United Bengal. And he clearly told the Muslims of East Pakistan want a Muslim East Bengal, Muslim Bangladesh. Let them chuck, let them test Islam. And more so, he clearly told a second phase in East Pakistan will crop up. My friends, you see the second phase has come. Now you decide how much Mohakal was behind the war. Again then, what more? What more? Yes. What he told before the war, independent Bengal, underquote, independent Bengal will be established by the moves of a great invisible chess player, others mobilized by the master moves of the great chess player shall make the recognition of independent Bengal inevitable. And also he in advance told his disciples, the moment you will get the information of the fall of Jessore fort, conclusion is Pakistan has fallen, army has fallen. The fall of stronghold of Jessore will herald the independence of Bangladesh. Unquote. And you see, I have discussed on this a few days back, and also this fall of Jessore, which he told even before the start of the war to his disciples. And you show also that is corroborated by an high officer of West Pakistan in his book. In his book, what is the book? I have told you. The book, A Witness to Surrender, Sadiq Sharik, published from Dhaka, few decades after the war. After the war, this is Mohakal. Again, moreover, you will see that he has told after this war here on this eastern frontier, there will be changes in West Pakistan, POK, Baluchistan. That is clearly written in Jayashree and also in Oma. There will be changes. And you see what is happening in POK, what is happening in northwest frontier province, that is Pakhtun area of Pakistan, and in Baluchistan. Also he has mentioned Sindh, and in one place he has clearly told Khondo, Khondo, Khonda, Pakistan fragmented. Now you see the reports what is coming from Baluchistan. A part of Baluchistan, a province of Baluchistan in Pakistan is going to be liberated in days, coming days. That is in Oma. That is the what Mohakal has told. Now I'll go a little behind about Kashmir. Kashmir is a issue, is a big issue, not only in the South Asia, but also in the politics of the global politics. Kashmir issue. There is in the behind this Kashmir issue, Netaji, the shadow of Netaji is there. That is in the records of the British intelligence files. In 1946, Great War ended in 1946 mid-August, and disappearance of Netaji in mid-August. 1946, in the files relating to Kashmir, British intelligence has recorded the names of Netaji. Yes, that file I have mentioned in my book Netaji Subhash Chandra Bitorko Tottho, original file in the resultant Khonda. Yes, Otonu. And that file I saw initially in the National Archives of India. Yes, India. Never, never any one of you shout and yes, United Bengal. Now this file of 1946, yes, I saw this in, I think in 1996 in National Archives of India, and that file, so far my hand on this file has got a history behind that. History behind that is like this. I wrote to National Archives of India director a few letters from 1992 to 1996, like few letters. In one of the responses from Director General of National Archives of India, he told, there's a DO letter, demi-official letter, not really personal but demi-official letter, that we will allow you to look into the files whatever declassified on Netaji and INA, but we will not allow you to see the files relating Chitrol, Gilgit and Kashmir. That line astonished me. I responded, I wanted to know, see files on Netaji and INA. How the Kashmir, Chitrol, Gilgit is coming. And then I was allowed to enter into the archives. I saw them and got the files including this file. File number is 273 INA, certified copy. There was an astonishing file. It has got a history, and before that, unofficially, this file was seen by Sunil Krishnagupta in 1956 in Shahnawaz Khan, during the proceedings of the Shahnawaz Khan committee. But no certified, it was at that time in a classified form. No certified copy was available to anyone. But this time I got the certified file. And naturally, so thrilling in 99 when option from my side came for affidavit in the Justice Mukherjee Commission, I made it a part of my affidavit. Few areas I am reading today. 1946. 46 years, 1946. How the shadow of Netaji and Netaji mystery behind Kashmir, Chitrol, Gilgit from 1946. Yes, this file, this part is written on 8th April 1946. Many months after the so-called plane crash. Yes. Let me read it. It's a huge, about 44-page document, British intelligence file. I am reading here which part? One part. Yes, one part. And the whole file is given in my book, second volume of Netaji Subhash Chandra, Kichu Bitarko Kichu Tottho. Let me read. We have nothing in the way of intelligence which helps directly to disclose the grounds Gandhi has for saying what he did or the reasons why he did so. There is, however, a secret report which says that Nehru received a letter from Bose saying he was in Russia and that he wanted to escape to India. He would come via Chitrol, where one of Sharad Bose's sons should meet him. The information alleged that Gandhi and Sharad Bose are among those who are aware of this. The story is unlikely, but the points has to be noted that the story has any foundation in fact. It is probable that the letter from Bose arrived about the time Gandhi made his public statement In January also, Sharad Bose is reported to have said that he was convinced his brother was alive. This January there were statements from Sharad Bose, also from Gandhiji, that Subhash Bose is Netaji is living. Another piece of intelligence which connects Bose with Northwest Frontier Province is a letter written by President of the Frontier Students Congress. In this letter, the writer said that Bose was in TT. This TT has become very active now in last few years, when the Northwest Frontier Province is wanting freedom from, is a separation from Pakistan. Yes, TT. That the writer was going there himself. The date of the letter was not stated in the report received. The information received from internal sources is puzzling, and the same can be said about external information. On the 7th January, the Russian paper Pravda denied in strong terms that Bose was in Russia. Before then, however, the Giljai Malang had been coupling a live Bose with Russia, and in December a report said that the governor of the Afghan province of Khost had been informed by the Russian ambassador in Kabul that there were many Congress refugees in Moscow and Bose was included in their number. There is little reason for such persons to bring Bose into fabricated stories. At the same time, the view that Russian officers are disclosing or alleging that Bose is in Moscow is supplied in a report received from Tehran. This states that Muradov, the Russian Vice Consul General, disclosed in March that Bose was in Russia, where he was secretly organizing a group of Russians and Indians to work on the same lines as the INA for the freedom of India. Now it is up to your decision. I am just telling, as in records of the British Indians files, there is shadow of Netaji and Netaji mystery behind Kashmir. More so, I tell you, transfer of power was in August 1945, and first Indo-Pak war started in September. Yes, September. A few thousands tribal from northwest region invaded Srinagar. You know, I'll discuss in one day. And I'm just going to records. There is a paper published from Delhi, 1948, the socialist paper. Those papers just now not in my hand. There are few articles on this Kashmir, Indo-Pak war and Kashmir. What is recorded there? What puzzled the writers of the articles in this socialist? Socialist was most possibly is a mouthpiece of the Socialist Congress Party, Congress Socialist Party, led by this Joy Prakash Narayan, Ram Manoleya, Achyut Patwardhan, this group, Socialist Congress Socialist group. What is written there? One of the articles it is written that the political heads of the socialist group are puzzled with the disclosure of facts that, number one, why some ex-INA soldiers like Habibur Rahman and Prince Baruddin, like that, high officers in the ex-INA, had joined this tribal force to attack Srinagar. Number two, why this force, after occupying the radio stations in this northwestern part of this Kashmir, Chitral Gilgit area, there were some radio stations. They occupied the radio stations. They broadcasted. They wanted liberation of Kashmir. Number two, also broadcasted The plane of Subhash Netaji has not crashed. That puzzled the political heads of the socialist group. And I have told you in the previously, the journey of Shyama Mukherjee to Kashmir. Also, these news headlines, these exposures, also factors to guide Shyama Mukherjee to enter into Kashmir to see what exactly was having there, what force is active there. That's why I am telling you, behind Kashmir, in Kashmir there are so many big players are playing. India, Pakistan, USA, China, UK, USA, all are playing. But another shadow is there. That is Mahakal and Netaji. Okay. Now I'll go to another part. Where I'll go? I'll go to which part of the area? Yes. About, I think, স্যার গিলগিট থেকে যে রেডিও ব্রডকাস্টগুলো হয়েছিল সেগুলো ডকুমেন্ট কি ডিক্লাসিফাই হয়েছে? I have told you, the Director General and the Director General, you'll see the when in 2016 the PM some files on Netaji was declassified by the PMO. In one of the files you will see my letter to Director General National Archives. It was forwarded to the PMO, and after only the consent from the PMO, answer for me was drafted. In that draft, that letters was there. You will not be allowed to look into the files relating Chitral, Gilgit and Kashmir. That obviously means in Netaji mystery there are some files mentioning the Chitral, Gilgit and Chitral, Gilgit, Kashmir. Definitely. And that is still now classified. Yes, Shankar, Lieutenant General Muhammad Kiani, Colonel Habibur Rahman, Eshan Kadir, all are ex. Yes, Burhanuddin. And Burhanuddin, I think, as so far I have seen the personal interrogation file of Burhanuddin, he is recorded there as the prince of this princely state of I think state of this state of this area, that is the Chitral. He is prince of this princely state of Chitral. Also, Habibur Rahman is prince of some families of this region. Kashmir, on Kashmir issue and Netaji mystery, I have few articles in my volumes. In the second volume there is one article, I think, or two articles. Also in third volume I have articles, Kashmir and Shadow of Bhagavanji. You can see it. I think I'll see. Yes, Chitral. Yes, Chitral. Shankar, you are right. I look to again what the certified copy of the interrogations, CSDIC interrogation file of this Prince Colonel Burhanuddin. I will see again, possibly Chitral. I cannot remember nowadays everything. Then I will go into, and obviously these files are still now remaining classified. Okay, then I will go to what Dr. Shankar has told about Kashmir. I'll give you. Yes, Kashmir, you all know Shyama Mukherjee. About Shyama Mukherjee entered Kashmir, and he has as in Oma, in one place Bhagavanji is expressing, and Bhagavanji Mahakal one day went to Planchet. In this Planchet, many great persons came in and told something, this Bhagwanji. When Shyamaprasad Mukherjee came, he told that for my overconfidence, I entered Kashmir. That was a mistake. Overconfidence. Overconfidence. This overconfidence word Bhagwanji, Mahakal has mentioned in two areas. One is this behind this killing of Shyamaprasad Mukherjee in Kashmir, and also Shastriji in Tashkent. Before Shastriji, as Bhagwanji Mahakal has told, I sent a message not to go to Tashkent. I'll discuss one day. And about the mysterious killing of Shyamaprasad Mukherjee in Kashmir Valley, Srinagar, by the joint venture conspiracy of Nehru and this the grand of this family. There's who's the name? I cannot remember all these things. This who is described by Mahakal as a traitor. Yes. I will read some lines what Bhagwanji has told about this killing of Shyamaprasad Mukherjee. Yes, Sheikh Abdullah. Yes, Sheikh Abdullah. I am reading from the records of statement of Bhagwanji Mahakal from his diary of his followers. I am reading. Take Abdullah, the traitor. A small part I will read. Take Abdullah, that is given in my book Netaji Theke Bhagwanji, page 159. Take Abdullah the traitor. Considering the situation at the time, the only thing, I think I am audible today. The only thing needed was firing squad for him. But Abdullah was and is Jain's man. Jain means Jawaharlal Nehru. Jain knew and kept mum all his moves. Even just a few days before, he was in Kashmir for days on holiday pretext, and he was Abdullah's guest. Jain gave a good certificate to him, to JK government. Then it happened means then the killing happened. Killing of SP happened. And in other place, Bhagwanji has told Shyamaprasad SP was his old political friend, though now in the opposition group. He should have met Shyamaprasad in the jail there, but Nehru knew Shyamaprasad in the jail months. Nehru went there as a guest of Abdullah, but did not meet him. And this was for conspiracy. This is emphatically told by Bhagwanji. To kill. And in other place, Jain gave a good certificate to him, to JK government. Then it happened, but Jain kept quiet. Why? Abdullah was trying to do the something which Jain has done and is doing. A means Abdullah was not caught by Jain. He was caught by keenly watchful JK government. Indian people, remember, in bracket, when months before A's suspicious activities were repeatedly reported to Jain, he publicly rebuked them and certified that A was a spotless patriot. A means Abdullah. So when A was caught, Jain, sensing the intense public anger at that time, kept quiet to make his personal position safe and secure, but lost no time to get Abdullah out of military law and place him in judicial list. I could not judicial list. I think judicial custody. Like I could not decode that area in the handwriting of the Bhagavanji's follower. And even since this fierce farce was going on, and ever since this farce was going on, a section says A was a patriot. A means Abdullah was a patriot. Another section says he was a martyr. Another section says he must get capital punishment. Another section says drop all proceedings. A section constantly pleads for mercy, and so on and so forth, all with Jain's and Jain's connivance. Means Jain's very in a calculative way. He spread all these propaganda in different ways to confuse people. Jain did not dare to entertain correspondence at first. Now they, J and A, Jawaharlal Nehru and Abdullah, correspond. Jain wants that by this long protracted farce, the public shall lose interest, shall not care much whether this case is decided this way or that, and they at the most opportune time. In another place in Oma, in as his planchet, he has told to the disciple, clearly has told, as Sampashadi has told him, that he was murdered. He was murdered. He was murdered. Then that means, number one, I have told you, in the Kashmir issue, there is shadow of Netaji and Netaji mystery. And Kashmir issue means a war between the two countries for last nearly 8 decades. And also told you, Kashmir issue, Shyama Prasad, Bhagavanji knows everything. Knows everything. Another important vital issue is one thing on Kashmir. I tell you, Kashmir issue. Kashmir, I will tell you. Yes, Kashmir issue. I'll